What's going on, everyone? So, the Los Angeles Lakers, I imagine, are probably going to have a very wild offseason, right? I'm expecting a lot of trades, signings, right? I mean, bare minimum, you're going to have to get probably two centers, right? And one of which you're probably going to have to trade for, right? Even if you want to clear off salary to sign a Miles Turner or something like that, you're going to have to pull off a trade. So, regardless, my guess is a trade happens this offseason, that the Lakers end up pulling off some trade. I really think it boils down also to a couple things. One, how much does the salary cap really go up, right? Right now, the expectation is 14 million, roughly. Again, it's expected, projected, right? So we don't really know the actual numbers. It's just like, hey, this is the projection. Every year we get projections and they're usually off a little bit, right? Sometimes it's a little higher, sometimes it's a little lower. So once we actually get the number in the offseason, we'll kind of have a better idea with that. Could be 10 million, could be 20, right? So we'll see. But also from there, how much is LeBron willing to work with? How much wiggle room is he like? Nah, I'm just gonna opt in and take the money, or is he kind of like, you know what? Like, if you find the right guy, right? If Miles Turner wants to sign and I have to take 20 million off of my check in order to get him paid so that way we can get him, then fine, right? Like, oh, he extended the offer last season. I don't know why he wouldn't this season, right? There's, the reports that are like, oh, well, he's expected to. Yeah, of course he's expected to opt in because every year he's expected to opt in, just like every player who has a player option ever is expected to opt in. Unless, it's one of those circumstances where, like, if he opts out, he'll actually make more money, which happens sometimes. But more often than not, they are expected to opt in. But with LeBron, he usually opts out and then does a new 1+1. So why would he do otherwise? Right? Like, and the Lakers aren't going to not pay him. It's not like he's going to opt out and Lakers going to be like, that was your chance. You had your chance. Like, no. Like the Lakers going to pay him regardless. So not worried about that. But I do think that this roster definitely needs a new, just everything, right? New facelift, right? New body. Like, yeah, you gotta completely almost tear it down to studs in a lot of ways, right? Like, I see a lot of like, oh, rebuild or this, that, and the other. And it's like, what? Like, no, I don't think they're gonna rebuild. But if it's in the sense of like, essentially, outside of LeBron and Luka, everyone is getting traded, then yeah, sure. Right? Then yes, in that sense, yes, a rebuild. But usually when you mention rebuild, it's like, hey, trade everybody, tank for draft picks, and, rebuild from the ground up, right? That's usually what a rebuild is. Usually it's referred to as a retool, right? The team's going to retooling, right? Lakers used to have for those that remember, there used to be posters. I used to have one a long time ago. I wish I still did. But Lakers used to have a slogan that was like, we don't rebuild, we retool, right? And it was back when Karl Malone and Gary Payton ended up joining the Lakers and was like a poster of all of them, right? But I digress. Point is yeah, I think nobody is safe on this roster. If your name isn't LeBron or Luka, everyone is tradable, right? Everybody. Now, again, at the end of the day, you're not just trading guys just to trade them. You're not trading guys just to say, like, you did a deal, right? I still stand by. No trade is better than a bad trade. I'd rather Rob Pelinka sit on his hands and do nothing than end up setting us back a couple years. Many of you might remember the Timothy Mozgov and Luol Deng situation. I mean, we're paying Luol Deng up until like 3 or 4 years ago, whatever it was, right? 3 to 5 years ago, whatever, right? Like, and so that stemmed entirely from Lakers having the need and pressure to do something just to do something rather than being patient, right? Wait for the right deals, find the right deals. You know what you need. You need centers, perimeter wings, athleticism, bench depth, basically everything, right? Like, Lakers need a whole new roster. So yes, in that sense, yes. Okay, maybe we are doing a rebuild type thing. But I think I think that there are going to be very significant roster changes. I think we're going to see a very different roster. I do think that they're going to keep a couple guys. Like, I think Dorian Finney-Smith ends up sticking around. I think Jordan Goodwin ends up sticking around because he's just cheap next year, vet minimum, right? And he was good for the Lakers, right? Bronny James, obviously, I think will still be on the roster. But outside of that, I think pretty much everyone else is tradable, right? Jackson Hayes, I don't know if the Lakers will re-sign him or not. Alex Lynn, I don't see them re-signing him. Shake Milton's on a non-guaranteed, so I think that they could either package him for like a salary filler, or they could just waive him and clear salary cap space, which means he's probably gone, right? Maybe they keep him as like cheap money again. Who knows? But then on top of that, you have like 60 million in tradable salary. You have like 17 million from Rui Hachimura, right? You have 11 million from Gabe Vincent. You have another 11 million from Maxi Kleba. You have 12 million or 13 million next season from Austin Reeves, right? Like you kind of go down the list and it's like, okay, well, you have a lot of guys. I mean, Jared Vanderbilt, $10 million contract that you could look to flip and trade. Dalton Connect's going to have some value that you can maybe look to trade. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Lakers actually do. You have your picks. You have, they don't have like this like huge treasure trove of picks. They're not like, the Thunder over here with like just mountains of draft picks, but they do have quite a bit of picks, right? They do have quite a bit, that with a Reeves and with a Dalton Connect, they could probably get not like a superstar like Giannis or something. I don't see anything like that happening, but I do think that they could get, something of value. They could get a couple nice pieces. And we've seen with the new CBA how important expiring contracts are. We've seen how valuable expiring contracts are. And therefore, I really do believe that the Lakers are going to be at a bit of an advantage point, right? Like you saw a team like, for example, the Brooklyn Nets, right? They didn't trade a lot of guys that they were expected to trade because they didn't want to take on long-term money. They wanted expiring contracts. Why were the Lakers able to get Dorian Finney-Smith instead of Memphis when Memphis was actually offering a first? Because they would have had to take on salary, right? So the Lakers got Dorian Finney-Smith because the Lakers had expiring contract that could end up getting that in D'Angelo Russell, right? So it balanced and worked itself out, right? So those are the kind of things that I think where the Lakers will have their advantages, just the expiring contracts. And, they do have some guys of value. Even with Austin Reeves' poor performance in the playoffs, there's teams that are still going to value him and want to take him and bring him on and whatnot. So I do think the Lakers are in good shape, but we'll see. Time will tell. But I really do think we're going to see some significant roster changes. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel with your thoughts? Agree with me? Disagree with me? Kind of mixed in the middle? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. House or not, so we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.